Qam Yasharahla. Qam Yasharahla. Qam Yasharahla. Qam Yasharahla.
Excuse me, what country? What country you guys from?
What country you from?
No?
Hey, that's why we need to learn Portuguese. Doing the Brazilian place, just say we need to learn Portuguese. Hey, you need to learn. Think like the Bible.
Hebrews 4 verse 11. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Right, so we need to keep on working. The Sabbath day, we're out here, we need to keep on working, not for man, but for the Most High.
Right.
To keep enduring. We're waking up our people. We can't be allowing ourselves to be still, after 500 years, over that, still in this captivity in the same place.
Right.
We're not here to get our pensions and get comfortable in this land in these last days.
Right.
But it's about coming out of it. Just because the gift of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Read that again.
Hebrews 4 verse 11. Let us labor, therefore.
It says let us labor.
Right.
So if we're not laboring, we're not keeping the commandments. If you're not actually trying to be out here to actually be able to edify the lost sheep, if you're not actually doing the work yourself, so you're even in a position to do that, then you're not really in the truth. It doesn't matter if you think you're an Israelite, or you want to say, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, or I read the Bible and things like that. You've actually got to live it and live right.
Teacher.
Romans chapter 2, and they're like the last 2 verses. Oh,
I've got Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, yeah? Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7, and it reads,
excuse me, brother, you believe in the Bible? What country you from?
Wow. Destruction.
This is normal.
Khan, it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression make up a wise man mad,
Right.
and the gift destroyeth the heart.
We were once wise men, we had the wisdom because we were keeping the commandments. But now a lot of us, we've actually gone mad in different ways. Some of us, we have wisdom, and then we see the oppression that's happened to our people, and it really vexes us and grieves us.
Right.
Some of our people, we've lost our wisdom, and we've become mad because of this oppression. And it says, what a gift destroyeth the heart. So just because we're in this land, doesn't mean we have to take all of the benefits from this land and get comfortable.
Right.
It's nice to be, endowed with money and riches if it be beneficial that we can build up our nation. But it's not just to be comfortable and to rest. Instead we can labor and do the work.
Right.
Things that we can bring to the nation.
Micah 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Right, so it said this land is going to destroy you, because this place is not our rest. So this place is not where we're waiting for the kingdom to be here while the nations are still oppressing us. That doesn't make any sense. So, these other nations, they have to be recompensed for the things that they've done to us. We can't act like we can just brush it to the side, because that would be evil. Look at all the punishments that the Lord has put upon us. How can the Lord not punish these other nations? We can't just forget about that. Because we're the chosen people. If the Lord has punished us, why would he not punish everyone else? Excuse me. Brother, you believe in the Bible? You want to talk about it?
Wait, that's what we got as well. You want to talk about that stuff?
That's the same brother that walked past the same.
You say pack it up.
I'm sure they know it. That's all they know. Just the Maccabees. That just shows all they know is Hellenization.
Yeah, that's what I know. Wow. And Solomon. That's what I said.
So this is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 28.
Excuse me, what country are you from?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what country are you from?
I'm an African.
From what country? You don't know? Huh?
Yes. No country.
What country are you born in? But that's a continent, so I would say it has a continent. Like he's born in the continent, he knows the country. Okay, if you don't want this, take it. You will push it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh.
Right, so you're not an Israelite just because you say you're an Israelite. Just because you heard, excuse me, brother, you believe in the Bible. Let's put that hand, that's the, no.
It's just the hand, yeah?
Yeah.
The hand.
It's not even a wave, it's
Something
that hand,
else.
just put it down. So for us to be Israel, it's not just about the outward appearance. It's not just about growing out your beard, wearing fringes, putting on the head wrapping dresses, or what, read on.
But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of Yahweh.
Right. So we gotta praise the Most High. Not just be out here for the glorification of men and pleasing men. Saying, oh yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. Like some people, you know, they say when they see us, but when they go back home and do whatever they're doing, they're not acting like an Israelite. They're only doing it for the, you know, for the praise of us. They're like, oh yeah, you're an Israelite. Yeah, that's great, but they're not actually living it out when they actually leave this place. That's true. It's good. You believe in the Bible?
Yeah, man, I follow you guys on YouTube, man.
Have you all?
What's our name?
Let's have a conversation. But wait, you don't need to sit. Just be you.
You're gonna go home on YouTube to watch it. Excuse me, sister, do you believe in the Bible? When you talk about it, you know your nationality? No. You know you're Israelite? What country are you from?
It's funny, but it's so funny.
This is Romans 2, chapter 29. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of Yahweh.
Right. It's like, we were just speaking about it. This guy just said, yeah, I follow you guys. I watch you guys. But he has no time for us right now.
Right.
Because he wants to be at home, probably fornicating, watching all other types of stuff.
Right.
On YouTube? Yeah. He's not an Israelite inwardly. He's just saying it because we're here.
Right.
You probably don't tell no one else. You don't wake up no one else. You might say a few things here and there.
Right.
But it's not of the spirit.
That's right.
Yeah. But you want? Alright, come and hear the word. Yeah.
Why do you do that? Why is it?
No, one thing.
It's literally what I'm talking about. People like to have praise, and you know, all praise to the Most High. People look at us like they want some recognition from us, but like that's not what we're here for. We don't care about like, you know, your hand up and your squad, because it's not real and sincere. Like, I spot you brothers because I know you man are actually keeping the law. You man are actually trying to raise up our nation. But it doesn't seem like these people are trying to congregate and raise up the nation.
16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction,
Right.
and the haughty spirit before a fall.
That's right.
The haughty spirit is going to come before a fool. So pride is departing from these laws, departing from these ways. And if we carry on just walking as if we know more than, if we know enough, when we still need to learn, we still need to be meek and humble and carry on learning. You got Proverbs 13 verse 13
Come on.
and John chapter 6 verse 16.
Come on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 13.
Excuse me, brother, you believe in the Bible? Let's talk about it. What nationality? What nation are you from? What?
From the land of truth. It's from the land of truth. You might choke on it and might not have to. Did I say it? Brother might choke on it.
Come on.
Nationality don't matter.
And you didn't even get into anything. What people chosen generation?
Come. That's it. It's perfectly with this scripture. Proverbs 13, Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Right, so we have the humility and understanding that we need to actually fear the Most High. And we understand it's going to be reward.
I hate this place. I hate this shit. Salah.
Yeah, man.
He's not even wearing shorts. Did you see that little cut? I'm mad. Slap.
So, hey, read that verse again.
Come. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
What country?
Brazil, yeah?
Praises, come.
No.
I only got room for amen. But hey, she's got her head covered. She's wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Praises.
Yeah, something.
Got fight for the media stuff.
Come. Proverbs 13 and verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Excuse me, brother. You believe in the Bible? You know what country are you from? Caribbean. Yeah, a lot of us speak Caribbean as well. But there's something else we know on top of that about before the word Caribbean was even established, about where we actually come from and our heritage. You know what that is? You know our heritage? You know our heritage before Caribbean.
Some say Africa and back, so tell me.
Right, crazy. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Jeremiah 17 verse 15.
So this is the book of
Psalm 119 verse 11. Someone said Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 14.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So, what's that saying? Pretty much, if you don't listen to what God is saying,
Hold
and
on,
actually,
you asked me a question.
yeah,
What else do where I think I come from?
we're gonna get to it. Like.
No, you asked me a question and asked me a question. It's not the way I come from.
Well, I can help you. We can help you. Someone go to Galatians 4 and 26.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse
You
26.
come straight.
True, he's right. Big concern.
You come straight. You ask me a straightforward question. I refer to your question.
We're Israelites. That's who we are.
Pardon me?
We are the
No,
Israelites.
I want you to tell me where I come from. I tell you. Yeah, go on, because you're very good. I don't want this mother thing. You're very good with everybody with a different kind of ideology. I listen, I come here to listen, but you ask me a question. You don't tell me what to ask you.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
I just got this turned into what that moment is.
That's our motherland. So we're the Israelites. I'm trying to read it.
I get you now. But when you say we,
Right, so that's why I was trying to round it up.
I want to know where you are. You tell me about you. If I'm following you.
Right, so this is going to be whoever the Israelites,
Even
they have to
Papa,
go
what
through
are you
these
doing?
curses for his grace. Because they didn't listen to the word there. So the word is things that are going to pertain happen to them. So we know we're from Jerusalem, we know that's our motherland, and we know Israelites. But in order to determine who those people are, we know that those curses that the Lord
know that he will not survive if he can't anywhere near
so whoever the
family and tourists.
We appreciate it because we know you probably have something to do today, and we just stop.
No, just only to be
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So me saying that I'm a descendant from Africa, am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, it's not mainland Africa. There's a river that actually separated like the Israelites from mainland Africa now. So what we call Africa now, you want to be technical? Yeah, we come from northeast Africa, but it's basically what they call the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's where we originate from.
What was the name for Africa? What's what the original?
Ham, the land of Ham.
All right. We follow it.
Cool. Good.
Step by step.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So there's specific people, because he didn't listen to what God said, that he's going to put curses upon them. One of those curses is that he's going to put them into Egypt, which means slavery. When you go to the Hebrew, you go into the context, that it means slavery on ships. So whoever the Israelites are, they went into slavery on ships. You with me?
That is where the people from the Caribbean, really from the Caribbean now,
Right, so that's the who are we.
like transition to them.
Right.
All right.
Right. You know,
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
so we're going to see our homeland no more. So that's why we're not in Israel anymore to this day. You know,
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
it's like we're going to be sold to our enemies. Who are our enemies? That we were sold to after we got out of slavery.
System is the Babylon system.
The Edomites, the Europeans, who we call white folk now, but it was our enemy. That's right.
Jeremiah 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, and kindle a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
We made the Lord angry. We didn't. Mom. So now we have to serve our enemies.
Right, so we are
Tak jest znaki, to jest szatańskie znaki.
a wrong concept. That's great. The Rastaman going back to the homeland, which is Africa, which is the homeland. Now, we as Rastaman, you said not Ethiopia.
No, Ethiopia. We're not Ethiopian.
Or you not Ethiopia.
No, we're not Ethiopian.
When you say we, I want you to put me in the place, you know.
Everybody up there.
I want you to put me in the place. So if me is not Ethiopian, but you have to establish who I am first.
Right, the Ethiopians, like we read, they know their heritage. They can say, oh, they're Kush, they're Kushite people.
Okay.
So they know their biblical heritage, even if they read about it in Genesis.
This
But
thing
we don't know
about
about
that
it.
thing about establishment. Like you are stand up, where you jog in memory, and where changes have to be made. I will visit your house. What size of house?
Crazy.
Yeah, respect it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go crazy. Go crazy. Bless up.
Nah, it was like listen, wait. No, I think it's mad stubborn. No, they yo, that is not speaking about anyone else but us. Eventually got you.
Wait, it might as well be.
Exodus 11, verse 7. For against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Now we're there, now we're going to cut him up with all the amps that you did.
Yeah, I'm burning, man.
There was so much going on. So much going on.
He's from Jamaica, but he's got an up. No, he's sounded more Trini, to be fair, like mixed Trini, more Barbados. He said Grenada. Oh, he said Grenada? Okay. Definitely worth just looking now.
So yeah, man, that's crazy. Excuse me, brother. You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible?
Do you?
Yeah.
Go.
Let me show you something about your heritage. You know time for it.
Get back. It's okay.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 14. Verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Right, so this is the real spirituality that you need. Not Egyptology and all of that weird stuff that's really going on. Sorry to interrupt the conversation, but do you believe in the Bible?
We're talking, find out. Where do you come from? You're not a black man.
The Bible is about black history.
Sister Space Woman, you willing to have a conversation? No? That's mad enough. I don't know, everything's tight now, isn't it? I don't even know what they're doing. It's brilliant. I love the series. It's crazy as hell. It's just strong delusion.
Because, hey, Deuteronomy chapter 28. So yeah, this law is spiritual. And this is the spirituality that we need. This law and this commandments. Egyptology is not going to clean out your spirit from wickedness.
That's right.
Islam is not going to clean out your spirit.
Right.
Christianity definitely isn't. Meditation in your room, trying to align the chakras definitely isn't. But keeping the commandments, that's what's going to clean out the things that's in your spirit. First Peter chapter 3, verse 24. That's the start of 20.
Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Right, because not to be too harsh on these people, they've actually lived here for so long and seen so much oppression and wickedness happen to them that it's bugged out their mind. Like, they've been, all kind of family dramas, being broke, being oppressed in London for how long when they came from the Caribbean, they came from Jamaica, thinking that they were going to have a good life, thinking that this place, what they had promised them gifts, but a gift that destroyed the heart. So now their mind is all corrupted. Now they want to smoke weed, get 10 gold teeth, and walk around chasing all these different women at like 50, 60 years old.
That's right.
Bikes and stuff.
Pete, Jack.
I don't understand that this is what this captivity has done to our people. Excuse me, sister, do you believe in the Bible? What you say? Can we talk about it real quick? I want to show you that you're an Israelite.
She goes to her own church. At my church, I go to our own.
She don't do unity.
No?
Yeah, but yeah.
First Peter 3.
Excuse me, brother. You believe in the Bible?
All the time.
Let's talk about it then. No, it's not all the time, then. No.
First Peter 3, verse 20. Which sometimes were disobedient, when once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah.
Right, so even in the days of Noah, the Most High was patient unto the disobedient people. When Noah was out there trying to show them, trying to prophesy what was going to happen unto them, the Most High was still patient unto the disobedient of those people. And that's how it is right now, read on.
While the ark was preparing.
Right, and right now we're preparing a spiritual ark, where we want to bring the children of Israel back into a place of safety. Because just like in the times of Noah, destruction is going to come upon this land against the disobedient, against those that don't even care to hear or change their life, but to continue in the world which corrupts forever. But you know that the law is spiritual and that the law endureth forever. These things of the world and these things that the nations teach us to be, and to ignore what the Most High said, being scared of the Most High, which we need to have to an element, but being scared of him to the point where we actually want to. Wrap it up. I don't know. Just read it.
Wherein few, that is 8 souls, were saved by water. The like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us.
So only 8 souls were saved in those days. So it's going to be a few remnant again that's going to be saved. So we can't expect everyone to come into the truth. We can't expect everybody to adhere to the words of the book.
Not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of good conscience towards God.
So that's the real baptism that saved them. Because even in the times of Noah, that water that washed and cleansed the earth, understand that physical water didn't cleanse everything. Because even inside the ark, you still had Ham that was wicked. So that's showing you that just this water is not going to... The water is not going to completely kill you. But you need the Spirit of the Lord. You know how we got to Jamaica, that our history. Why do you think there are slaves? Like, what do you think? We'll see if they explain how it explains our history. We got to think maybe there's something more to that. That's what we're talking about. Make it done.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 41.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So that's showing you what happened when Europeans, when they arrived in the West Coast and Central Africa, and they ripped away the sons and the daughters of the parents. Like they used to enjoy them.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Yes, it's captivity, that's slavery. So that's what happened when they went to the Israelites. Because we are the Israelites. Have you heard about the Israelites? The Bible is about our people and our history and our heritage. It's not about, it mentions other people and other nations because it's got Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
Morris. Love me, brother.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's even showing you that we're going to go into slavery with ships. No other nation on this earth can save you. And the people that are pretending to be Israelites or Israelis or Jewish, and they say that they went into slavery with ships. At what period of time? No, they're liars. Go to 64 or read 76.
Deuteronomy chapter 68 verse 64. And the, 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all nations, among all people.
Yeah, remember of us are in different places in Africa. Some of us are in Ethiopia, some of us are in Nigeria, Jamaica, South America. Right now we're in London. The Lord has scattered them. Right. We're more powerful together. Right. So we lost our heritage for a reason, for our heritage.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
We were the chosen people, do you think? Read it. But who's the Lord speaking about? He said, read that from the top again.
Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
So that's chosen thee. The Lord is speaking about the Israelites. So who are we? Right. Go to 10 verse 12.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel.
Now Israel, because you're Israel, you just acknowledge that you're an Israelite. So he's speaking to you.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So what does the Lord require of you? Because you're an Israelite.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear him, right? To actually reverence him, and honor him as the authority over your life and to guide you according to his words.
To walk in his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So now that we're in Israel, what we have to do is love him and walk in all his ways. There's certain things he's ordained us to do that we've got to keep so that we don't get divided from him. So the Lord actually protects us and guides us from all the evils of this world so that we can raise ourselves right.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Because we didn't listen to what God said. He said, I'm not. What can I do now? I told you what would happen if you keep the commandments and be blessed. And I'll put you above the nations. You'll be a special people unto me. I'll protect you. I'll do so many things for you. Just like a father would do for a child. But it comes to a certain point where you have to have that time out. Maybe get picked out. Maybe some rebellious children happen. So that for a time right, so transatlantic slavery. But even before that, it's happened to us so many times. When you look at the nature of our people,
They head man. Don't worry, I'll sort out them people with some rebellious souls. And they just kept killing our people. And then that's and then it's like, who they didn't kill is
what you just said there, it's really near. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
See, what's that talking about? Right, that's talking about the Europeans that came and localized us.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
They didn't care about the old, the elderly man and the elderly. They said, no, you're getting on the slave ship. They didn't care about the young. You know, just want to say what he said. Yeah. But the Lord actually set them up to do that. Because he told us and gave us commandments that I'm going to protect you if you do the right things. But because he didn't, look, you're going to end up in that situation. That's how we ended up there. So that's where the Lord was. The Lord was watching us. Because he already told us what would happen to us if we didn't keep his commandments.
Brother, you're gonna get hurt, bro.
Listen, the scripture says, who don't hear must feel.
You're gonna get hurt. Don't let him draw you out.
That's what I'm saying. Don't let him
black people, we're lost. We got Rasta, we're with Rasta, we're Christian, we're Muslim, we're Tabernacle, we're this. We're lost. It's clear to see.
Matthew 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So there's a people who are known as the lost sheep. Who are the lost sheep? Right, the house of Israel. So the house of Israel is the lost sheep. And this is who Jesus is speaking. That's who he's sent unto. So even when you read the New Testament, he was speaking unto our ancestors.
Sorry to cut. You just said thieves. So, why? I don't know why. This is not a lot of people. But what I'm learning is that there's no evidence of anybody in the Bible. No evidence, like people like you've got evidence of Pharaoh.
Exodus 5 verse 1.
So you said that there's evidence of Pharaoh, right?
Yeah.
And afterwards, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh.
Told who?
Told Pharaoh.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
So this is the Most High sending Moses, one of our ancestors, to go unto Pharaoh. So who the Pharaoh might be. Right. So the Pharaohs, just admitted that they existed. And Pharaohs in the Bible. Yeah, but I ain't no Pharaoh in the Bible.
I mentioned in the Bible. If you can see I'm saying most of the people that hear about it,
yes, sir. Long
no
time.
physical evidence.
Because I just showed you Pharaoh. And you admit that Pharaoh existed.
Yeah.
And I showed you Pharaoh, he's in the Bible. Don't you? So who else?
No. Hold on.
Remember I said we don't.
Watch yourself, yeah?
Have you ever heard anybody?
That's what I'm saying to you. You understand what I'm saying? What are you going to tell me, Rasta?
I might break that.
No, stop that. Understand me?
What do you want me to do? I ain't going to be myself. Can guarantee I can't see my lifestyle with Furthermore, the story about the Jesus in the Bible, I'm sure they told us the story about the little baby and his mother and that's what I believe they told the story about Jesus and Mary. Yeah? And the story what I'm talking about, thousands of years ago. So I'm saying, what is the story you're talking about? The story of our mother. My mind at the moment, and I told you the name of they got evidence of them. They saw them, they threw them out in the temple of the water. They saw the baby. And then he told the story. That figure might be. He told the story, calling Jesus.
We don't have the accounts, we have the evidence. And these scriptures are our evidence. So, and your evidence. You need eyewitnesses. And we have eyewitnesses, which are these many scriptures. It's basically and one of these people that we've seen that testified of Yahushua with Jesus, he is this. And we can trust his account because he prophesied certain things. He prophesied certain things will happen. And if we link those prophecies up to the truth, then we can see there's something more than physical evidence, but spiritual and physical evidence because we actually see happening today. Don't get Revelation chapter 2 verse. They see one of the prophecies that he has that we see happening today.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works from tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
So he's saying that he knows that, he's talking about the children of Israel in this point, that they're going to be going through poverty. But there's something about them that makes them like that. There's something about them that all nations want to be like that. Even though after So we know that there's certain people that, you know, even though they've been in slavery for how long, that everybody wants to be like them. They want to look like them. Yeah, but how is it if after so much affliction that we've had, what is it about us that everyone still wants to be like them? You got anyway, we're the chosen. And we're special, we're above everybody else, we're better. We're going to be ruling all these nations at one point. Like we're actually, you see how the white man rules the world.
Look what they've done to us and we still come back.
Right. How we usually do it, that's not us. That's of the Lord. That's of the Most High.
You know I'm going to get on you, you know. But I know this blasphemy of them say that.
I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. People that Jesus or Yahushua prophesied that are going to be saying that they're Jews. Right. That's the evidence, son. We don't know.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
And are not. It's people that say they are Jews and they're not. That's something that Jesus prophesied 2,000 years ago, and we can see it physically happening today. Seeing that people that are whiter than paper talk about they're the people that are Egypt. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. That's right. That's right.
But the synagogue of Satan.
Even acknowledge that they're the most wicked people upon the face of the earth. That they're the children of Satan. So you can see that there's evidence that the things that Jesus was saying and prophesying, our nation will rise up against nation, all these types of things that will be happening in the last days, that they happen. And we don't see that in the East. Well, we're in a hieroglyphics in Egypt. It's prophesying things that's happening right now. It's not there. Because those prophecies and those testifying things are not true. Those are just accounts that they put out. It's not telling us what's happening.
Gentlemen, salute.
It's not showing us how we should act and live and build up our nation. It's telling us about another people. We're not Egyptians. They're completely separate people. And they oppress us. That's when you see on the images. No. The hieroglyphic. Not just that, but you see that one thing, they didn't have beards. But our people grow up beards. Right, so the Egyptians, you see on the images that they didn't have beards. But then you see there's certain people, when you look into like the Semitic people that came into Egypt, they had beards, showing that there's a distinct people that they acknowledge. It's like, they're the children of Qam of a different lineage, and they don't grow out the beard. But us, we always grow out the beard. There's a reason why you see on the Egyptian rules, the people that had beards that were enslaved, and the people that didn't have beards that were over. The people that were over them were the Egyptians, and they oppressed them. And that's why we just read that Pharaoh, that Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go. He didn't say let all the Egyptians and all of us come back. No, there was no love everybody from the beginning, and there will be no love everybody in the end. It will be the children of Israel above every nation. So the world we see today, it's only for a short time right now. It's going to end. And sorry, what's the name? Say that again. What's the name? This kingdom that we see today. That's Babylon, for example, like you said. It's going to
Okay, so what will you like? Do you have any idea?
It will look like us all. Revelation. Psalm chapter 2, verse 8. But before we get to that, we're going to acknowledge that we're the children of Israel and God keeps His commands. So to even get into that position is something that we need to do to earn. It's not we're just going to sit at home just doing what we want to do. Alright.
Not now, but just come to life.
Right, that's not how life works. So we've got to work for it. Let's show one of the things that we've got to do to work for it. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27.
Leviticus 19, verse 27.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Right, so this is one of the customs and commandments that we had throughout the ancient world that we've lost that heritage, that we shouldn't shave off all of our beard. Because the beard shows that it's manliness. Like you see a lion, be distinctive from a lioness that has a beard. Why is that?
Well, with me, it itches me when it's coming.
Yeah,
So you don't want it to as well.
Stop stitching after me.
Every individual, when it starts stitching after okay. I never want to be.
We never talk that, right?
Yeah, we're taught that when we wear them, like we look intimidating to everybody else. There's a reason we look intimidating. Yeah, let them be scared. They're going to be scared, man. This is what it is. Let them respect you. Don't be trying to be oppressive to people right now. It's not expedient. But if you grow out your beard, people respect you at the same time. So it's manly honor and it's a command. So what we got to do is but when we do it, we look so scary. Right. Right, we don't, but other people do. This is one of the plants we'll grow out here. That's what actually distinguished us, even on the physical level.
What I do believe, anybody that's scared of us, they're only scared of us because what they've done, because they've oppressed us. So when they see a real black man, they're afraid. Like for instance, give an example. You know that when a little black boy is at school, white ladies will find him attractive. He's about 12-year-old. Now she thinks he's a thief now. Now he looks like a thief.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. I don't know.
So when you're going to like, you know, I'm walking past a white lady on the road and she's clutching her bag. I should be scared of her. I should be scared of her because of what they've done. Our people have never done to them what they've done to us. I should be scared of her. She's clutching her bag. Naturally, they're scared of a black man. So what they try to do now, they try to feminize the black man.
Right.
They try to feminize the black man by giving him tight pants to wear and they want you to, the black man to be feminine so they can control him. They don't want him to be a solid black man. They want him to be a soft little body boy.
Right.
That's how we describe it. That's how they want us to be. Feminine so they can control us.
Exactly.
So what they've done now, they've given the black women a good job. And they don't want us, they want us to be like, they want a black male to be like a boy. Right? So they don't, there's no positions for us, the black men. They start to fail us from school. So that we end up in prison and things like that. And but they want our women, because our women are beautiful, the black women are beautiful. So they want our women. But they don't want us, they don't want us to be up in the rank of
in unity.
Management.
Yes.
They don't be nice.
That's right.
I'm going to read about that. Read Isaiah 3.
Isaiah 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path.
Right. Because we're effeminized, it's actually women that are leading a lot of our men.
Oh yeah, of course.
And even children that are leading us. How are children leading us? Through like trends and things that our people do. A lot of trends that people do is because of like young people that are doing it.
A lot of the trends feminizing the black man. He doesn't see it. Because he sees friends, he sees regularly a tight man. And like, this is black. Listen, yeah. I used to plait my hair. I used to get them girls to do my hair. And I had a cousin who used to say to me, Maurice, why do you keep plaiting your hair like that for? You're plaiting your hair like a little schoolgirl. Because I used to have it like this. It's all up in one. I used to think it was good. And I had in 2 earrings. He goes, Maurice, look at you. Plaiting your hair like a schoolgirl. When we looking at the mirror, we say, that's true. And we cut off the plaits then, and take out the earring then. And I realised that, yeah, black man is beginning to experiment. You understand? So it wasn't only that, it's one of so said, 2 earrings, and then I realised that black we have feminized enough. So we have to look like a man.
Yes. What is going to even expand on that? Sirach chapter 19.
In the book of Sirach, chapter 19, and verse 29, and it reads, a man may be known by his look. A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance, when thou meetest him.
You're saying that a man can be known by his look. Yeah.
Right.
Right. So the way you actually carry yourself, it's even showing like, you know, your mind. Yeah. And it's conveying how you portray yourself.
Right.
Read on.
Right. Verse 30. Verse 30. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
Right. So a man's attire show what he is. So the man, like you said, he's wearing a skinny wearing all these feminine type of stuff. It shows even in his mind, there's something funny about him.
Right.
Isaiah 3 verse 1. The children of the country witnessed against them, and they declared their sin as certain. The shoe of their countenance was witnessed against them.
Show their countenance. The way they look shows something.
And they declare their sin as Sodom.
So they declare their sin as Sodom. What do you think that means? Have you heard about Sodom? Yeah. What's that? Yeah, right. Right.
Someone would turn into a pillar of salt.
Yeah, you're not swag.
Yeah.
To a pillar of salt. So people in my going against nature.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I don't really go to for our first case Does that make sense? Obviously they're going to blame black people having sex with green monkeys. Every all these diseases they keep coming up. They blame
Right.
On top of that,
I know the pastor takes out when he was teaching.
yeah. When did he show you that with the children?
I've never ever heard of that.
Look at all the Israelites that you got to stand up in the church, giving all of their money away when they're broke.
Yeah.
Taking all of their money away and they can't even show them, oh, you know what?
I would show them, you understand what I mean, that the pastor collects money, he's got a big house back there.
Right.
And he wouldn't even give mama and grandma them a little
Exactly.
to run in the house.
That's right.
No.
Not right.
Taking all of that money. The money is meant to be for the fatherless and the widows.
Right.
And it's a whole group of fatherless and widows in the church. So why is that? They're taking the money from the fatherless and the widows.
Because when we go to church, the pastor tell her what you are here.
Yeah.
Almighty Jesus Christ and hallelujah and year of her, that is a little raven.
Yeah.
And then he tell us the tidings and things out of her.
Right.
So where's the tidings? How come mommy, how come granny now have a shop? How come black people now have a shop? How come granny them now have a shop?
Right.
And all the money goes to church. That's why I don't go to church.
Right. Praise. Yeah, read it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 11. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, save the Lord.
Right, so in what's meant to be the Lord's house, we find the wickedness of the priests and the prophets that are meant to be saying, thus saith the Lord, but they're not. Acts 7 verse 2.
So one minute. When you hear about pastors or priests, these things are supposed to be like head figure in the community. Many pastors that I know, because I'm a farmer, I know pastors wear galleys. Seriously, you know pastors wear galleys. I know
Rise up if you think that you can make your own way.
one of the galleys, and he laughed.
That's the wickedness of the house.
Yeah. Another pastor from Nigeria, he went home. He said, well, Nigeria got pause as a pastor. And he went fully come on. Told me that lady went there, telling him my pastor. Fully come on.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 48. Howbeit. Oh, no, what that? I want that, brother. I want that. For real. Right, boy. Sorry. Acts 7 and verse 48. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
The Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. God is, he's higher than he's heaven and earth. He's more than. He's not going to be in that Methodist church over there. He's not sitting there, he's sleeping on Saturday and he wakes up on Sunday for everybody to give everybody the Holy Spirit.
No. But all right, then look at the head of all the churches. You know that is the Pope. And look how the wickedness way they might be. Look at the easy way they might be. All the cardinals and poor and priests, all of them are pedophiles. They interfere the boy.
Yeah. Because they're Roman Catholic. The Romans and white people, that's what they do. They've always been into it. Yeah.
Living shit.
Right. That's why we call them the devil. We acknowledge that white people are the devil. But read Malachi chapter 2 verse 7.
We're following some black people following the
yeah, right. And that's why we're destroyed. We're going into these other ways. But we need to go walk in the ways of what the Most High is doing. We need to get back to our real spiritual. We're Israelites, they need all real spirituality. Because the Most High will connect with the actual creator of the heaven and earth, not the creator of wickedness, the white man.
Malachi 2 verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the Lord at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Right, so the Pope is not the messenger of the Lord. He's not showing you the law. When was the last time you heard a law from the Pope?
Some Pope said it's alright to be homosexual.
Right. But that's against the law.
And he moved his priest and his cardinals to a different parish. That's a living devil.
You know exactly.
You understand me?
That's right.
Nothing will come out like there's a rape of little boy, nothing will come out.
That's right.
The whole nation is the devil.
Who are they going to do? And they're going
It's the book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26.
Bring out.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
Keepeth my works. He that is keeping the commandments has faith in our Lord unto the end and endures the things, endures the temptation. Endures when that girl is hitting you or that brother is saying, yeah, come smoke with me and do what it is wicked. Enduring all of those things and keeping the commandments and staying steadfast.
To him will I give power over the nations. To him will I give power over the nations.
Power over the nations. So those that are Israelites, that keep in charge of the Lord, they're going to have power over the nations. China, everyone that's not Israelite, we're going to have power over them. Because we're the great people. So that's what we're going to look like. It's not going to be just...
table will turn.
That's right. The table, it's brick. And the Lord, it's not going to be this no. It's too much. We're going to be... We're going to be here for a while. A few more hours.
go and do some work for my mother, right? But I still keep talking, even though I'm not with your way of life. I really still see my brothers. Some people will say, you hear what the brother said to me? You hear what he said? The brother said to me, what the fuck they doing in them people? Not an ignorant Jamaican that has tried to, they don't try to understand things, you understand me? That's what he said to me, he was talking to me, what the fuck they doing with them people? Like I said, looking down on me, like, shit. But we don't know that. When I mean, listen, when I mean a nation like Islam, Rastafarian, all of us are supposed to be brothers still. That's the reason why black people are popping down. We're not creating unity. You understand? Listen, I'm going to be a Rasta and say that I'm not funding why they are. We appreciate it. I say, you might have my problems. You might have differences.
Yes, sir. I've got a little tuna in there on my television.
Oh, for true?
Yes.
You listen to the Israelites every day?
Yes.
We appreciate
I'm a son, same as an Israelite.
Oh, for true?
Yes. I'm at home, but I'm coming from church.
Okay.
Yes.
At least you're still in the Bible.
Yes.
For the recent time at work.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
So glad to see you.
We got many people.
Yes.
Because people work.
This is the book of Romans chapter 11 verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
No, it looks like the Lord has forgotten about us. The Lord has not cast away his people. His chosen people, his heritage, his jewels and peculiar treasures on the face of the earth. Who are they? We just read. What is it?
I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite. I'm an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
And what do we have to do now that we're Israelites?
Live upright, right?
Only one last scripture, and then Exodus 20.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll come to reason with you.
Yeah, man.
The winning will be there. If the kingdom of get destroyed.
Exodus 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So, the Lord, one of the commandments is to remember the Sabbath day. Today is the Sabbath day. It's not Sunday. From Friday evening to Sunday. It's Saturday. When Friday sunset starts until Saturday sunset. Sabbath means a holy day.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. For the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them.
So the Lord said, this day is a holy day. 6 days to work, in our captivity, we have to work. But on the Sabbath day, we can't work. All that day is dedicated to the Lord. So we just want to make sure that our people, we are, we get out of this place, and eventually we can resume the kingdom. But unless we actually do something about it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen by just sitting at home.
Yeah, because a lot of people are waiting for it. A lot of people are God to take them out, or the Jesus to take them out. We're not waiting for them to get the money.
We're soldiers. We're working to get the money. So if you have any questions,
I
when I
still
come back
think
next
so.
time, I'll come back from this. We can't get ready.
Crazy. Crazy. Big turn.
And then